So last year I spoke about 3 ways of challenging our beliefs in the product industry or in the software product industry, and I spoke about how you can look at completely other industries and look at how they have been doing innovation processes for years and how we could then transport that into software. We kind of have an idea that in software that just because we've had the amazing ability to invent the whole field, that means that we should just kind of do things our own way. But what you find if you start looking into other industries is that there's so much to learn, and which we can bring into software and enhance the field of software with. Today, the workshop I did was about taking the concept of concept cars from the auto industry and then transporting that to software. Because the auto industry has this amazing systematic approach to innovation where they build up conceptual vehicles that are not meant to be sold at all, but present new trends and ideas that the company might or might not move forward with. So it's a way to kind of gauge the viability of new trends or ideas packaged into this high fidelity prototype. So we were looking at how can you take that idea of concept cars and then make concept software instead, where you would essentially create vaporware. So my brief to the workshop attendees was that they had to create a piece of concept software that is impossible to sell. So the whole idea is that you can create something with a lot of value that isn't immediately sellable, but can function to kind of guide your product development of entire product lines, or it can be taken advantage of in marketing, in press, in investor relations, all across the board. I'm the lead product manager of the Magnolia content management system, and also I lead user experience of the Magnolia software. So I'm constantly looking for ways to improve our innovation processes, because I think as an industry as a whole, we've become so addicted to the idea of the minimum viable product, lean startups, and all of that. And my take on all of that is that there are other ways to innovate as well than failing fast and getting to the minimum viable product as fast as possible. So what we tried to do today at my workshop here at UXDX was to come with a completely different innovation approach and look at how we could do that. That's also what I'm trying to apply at Magnolia and kind of enhance the company's ability to innovate in a space that's fairly mature, because content management as a software field is very mature. I think building concept software also means that you are innovating in a more risk-free way, because when you are asking your board if you can do this really disruptive new product, that's a huge risk to a company, because the company will then promote that new product as this is the direction we're moving in. So concept software on the flip side is about creating something that is not intended to be sold. It really is vaporware. And then you can kind of atomize that or to extract trends from that concept and then put that into real products. I think that software product development has come to a maturity stage where we have to look at other ways of how to innovate. So this whole line of thinking about being more and more agile and being more and more lean is great, but it also has its limitations. That's why I'm looking at completely different kind of methodologies of how you can do innovation in software. And I think the product or the software product industry really needs some of that. And there are so many great things from entirely different industries where they've done things like this for decades, really. So we have to be kind of humble in the software industry and look at what other more traditional industries are actually doing when it comes to innovation.